got a puzzle here that I think is going to be a lot of fun. So we've been doing all these gap puzzles, these non-Sudokus, and one of the people that makes the gap puzzles is Eric Fox. He's also the creator of F puzzles, so you've probably heard his name before. And I happened to be on his website looking at some puzzles and a different puzzle. And anyways, long story short, I found this puzzle on his website and I thought it looked like fun. So we've done some Fillominos before, and this one is very interesting because it is a Matryoshka Fillomino, I believe is the way you pronounce that. So these are the Russian nesting dolls, as people call them, the Matryoshka. Matryoshka. You have to kind of do some Russian. I don't do accents. Anyways, what's cool about this is you'll notice it looks a little weird here. There's just a single cell, but this puzzle is in stages. It's like a Russian nesting doll. So it's a series of 6 puzzles. And as you'll see, we start with this, which is obviously super simple as a Fillomino. And then it expands, and you'll notice that the 1 stayed the same there. And now as we expand, the middle part is always the same. We're just adding another layer around the outside. And the inside is staying the same, but the solution changes, from what I understand. And it gets bigger and bigger until we get all the way out to here. So we started with that 1, and then each time you're adding another layer to the grid. So it looks like it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited to try this. I'll leave links in the description to Eric's site as well as all of the files for these puzzles. And yeah, so I'm going to give it a try now, and we'll see how this goes. So let's see. I got to get to the right page. I've got them all opened up here. All right, so this one's fun because I already noticed when I loaded the page. You'll watch what happens here when we reset it. It just pops up and says complete, and that's it. Just complete, because there's nothing you need to do. So the first one is sort of a gimme. And then we expand a little bit here, and we go to the next one. Okay, so, well, we know we need to draw... Oh, I should explain the rules for Fillomino, I guess, quick. Sorry. Fillomino rules, if you're not familiar, we're drawing polyominoes, hence Fillomino. We're filling the grid with polyominoes. And a polyomino is just like a domino, but of any size. So we can do a size 1 here. A domino would be a size 2, so it would look something like that. A 3, you could do like an L shape here, or it could be 3 in a line. It doesn't really matter, just some sort of connected region. 4 could be like a square, something like this, or it could be, an L shape. It could be a lot of different things. And so the numbers tell you the size of the region that they're in. And similarly sized regions cannot touch orthogonally. So we couldn't do a 2 here and a 2 there because they would be touching orthogonally. And that's it. So there you go. That's the rules for Fillomino. They're also written right above me there. So if I missed one, hopefully you read that. Okay, now we're going on to this puzzle. I'm just excited to try it. Who cares about the rules, right? All right, so this one has to just draw a box around it. I mean, that's the one. Now, the trick here, of course, is to get the 3s not to touch each other. And I think we can just do that, can't we? And then these would be... I need to click there. These would be 1s. Yep, there we go. Complete. All right, so that was the second one. Now, let's move on to number 3. And now what I'm expecting is... Yeah, see, so we can't just... We're not going to be able to just draw the 1 and then the 3 in like we did on the last puzzle, because these 3s are connected, so there's no way we can do that. So that's what's kind of cool about this with a Fillomino is as you add new layers to the outside, it completely changes the solution to the inside of the puzzle as well. So we know these 3s are connected. Now, if we drag this 3 down here, we're going to have 4 3s. So we can draw those in because we can't connect these 2 3s. Now, what else can we do? The 3s could go a lot of different ways. Now, this cannot be a 1, right? Because it would be 2 1s connected. So that has to be connected to the one below it. Now, I don't know. Those could be a 2. They can't be a 3. It could be a 2, or they could be the 8, in fact. Actually, they probably are the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because the 8 can only get 2 over here. So it's got to go this way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So the 3 has to come down here, and the 8 has to fill those in. because that's the only way it can get 8 and the 3 still have room for 2. And so this could be 2, or it could be a 1 if the 3 turns to the left. But this 3 is forced up now. This 2 is forced up. We can do that. Now, right, so we can't put a 1 here. That can't be the 3. Okay, so the 3 can't, this can't be 3 or 1. So it has to be at least 2. It can't be 3, so it's either got to be 2 or 4. If it's 2, then you've got 2 cells over here, and these can't be a 2, because they're touching a region that's 2, and they can't be 2 1s, obviously, because then you'd have 2 1s touching. So this has to be a 4 region, which makes the 3 over there, makes that a 1. There we go, complete. Perfect. All right, that was number 3. On to number 4. I'm assuming these are gonna, well, I'm not assuming. I know they're gonna start getting harder as they get bigger, because that's just kind of how, well, Fillomino and most puzzles work. As it gets bigger, it gets harder. So, okay, so we can still block those off. The 3s can't touch. We can surround the 1s. That's easy. These 2s need to not touch. Now we've got a 6 over here, which kind of messes with our... Now, our 8 before, we had to fill it in because it was only... But now we've got this extra row of cells down here. Now, this 3 is kind of interesting because we can't let the 3s touch. Yeah, but there's a few options there. Now, this still can't be 1. So, again, this can't be 1 or 3. It has to be 2... or else 4 or greater. What can we put up here? Look at this. If the 2 goes up, that's a 1. We obviously can't do that, right? If it goes over here, though, what are you going to put in here? Because none of them can be a 1. You can't do a 2, because it would be touching the 2. And you can't do a 3, because it would be touching the 3. So, in fact, the 2 can't go there. The 2 has to go down here, and I think this has to be a 4 region. That's interesting. That pushes the 3 down here. Now the 11. How many cells do we have for the 11 up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 15 cells up here that are available, including the 11. Sorry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 14. There's 14 empty cells. We need 1 for the 3, so that leaves 13. We need 1 for the 2. That leaves 12. We need 10 more for the 11. So the 3 could come up and take 2 cells, but... Oh, well, this 2 has to come down. We know that. But there could also be like a 2 hidden in here, or 2 1s hidden in here somewhere. So we can't quite say that these have to fill the area down there. Now, what about down here? How are we doing? So this 3... this 3 can't come down here, because then the 3 in the corner has nowhere to go. So we know that doesn't... It could go to the left or the right, though, I think. But either way, this 3 can only come up 1 cell at most, because then it couldn't go up or to the right. So it definitely has to come to the right 1. It could go there or here, though. Oh, but this can't turn to the right, because remember, these 2 have to be the same... part of the same region here. So this 3 has to go to the left. Okay, which means this one comes over here. We get that. Now, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we need 7 for the 8 and 5 for the 6, which is 12. So those have to fill in all of these like that, which does make the 3 go up there. And now we've got to use all of the cells for all of these. And... This 3, oh, this 3 can't come over right here because it would touch the other 3. And it can't go there, or this cell is going to be a 1, and it can't be touching another 1. So the 3's got to go up, and the 11's fill in. There we go. And it didn't want me to fill that in, but I'm going to do it anyways. All right, so that was number 4. Let's go on to number 5. Now these are going to start getting more... It is getting more complex as we go along. All right, so it does help. We get a little bit of a... a start here because of, oh, now we've got another 2, which gives us something over here. That's interesting. We can surround the 1s. We don't necessarily have to, but it kind of lets me see what I'm doing. Now, I think we're going to have, do we still have the same problem up here? It's a little different. We had that 4 in here before, remember? But, oh, this 2 has to come up. And so that's going to force this 2 over here. It gives us a 1 there. And now we do have that problem with the 4. So this is going to be a 4 again. So we do, it's interesting. We do get a little bit of help from the previous puzzle. But some things still change. So over here, we can't put 2 1s. But we also can't put a 2. So that's going to have to be the 5 filling up there. The 3 comes down. Again, same deal. This can't be a 1. It's got to have at least those 2 cells together. So that means the 3 can't go to the right. Ooh, these 3s are interesting. So if this came to the left, it wouldn't be able to keep going in either direction. So it could go over there, but it's going to have to come up for sure. And now these have to avoid each other. But this 3 could still come down there potentially. Or it could turn. Okay, now the 8 and the 6 are still limited in here a little bit. So the 6, so that we know this 2 has to pick up one of these squares, right? So I'm just gonna count this one as 2 for right now, just to count how many cells are available for the 6. So we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would leave, yeah. So there's some space there. It doesn't necessarily have to go to the left here. The 11s. Now I wonder if the 12s have to touch. I suspect the 12s are going to have to connect, and possibly the 11s as well. I don't really want to do the math to count it and see, but I think they're probably going to have to... Well, okay, we can say this for sure. This 11 does not have enough cells down here, so it's got to come up and out, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... It has to do at least that. Even if it fills all of these down here. It's got to come up and out there. So that pushes the 2 down. And now this 11 can't, it can only get 3 down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's got to have 3 cells up here. So if it doesn't touch that 11, it could come, it'd have to come to the, so we don't know that it does this, but I'm just going to fill this in. It would have to come over here to avoid the 11. And now, can this 11 get enough cells to not touch? No, there's no way for this 11 to avoid touching the 11 down here and still have enough room for the 12. So the 11s are going to have to touch each other. Now, it doesn't mean this has to go straight up, though. It could come over here and wrap around. But the 12 also... Okay, the 12 has to come up and over the top. If we come through here, these 11s can't connect. So this 12 has to come up and over the top like this. That 2 has to come down. Okay, so these do connect here. Now, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 11s in the grid. 8, 9, 10. So we can get at most 10 if we use the 3 down here. So this has to be an 11. That pushes that 2 over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and now there's no way to have this 12 fill in without connecting to that 12. So they've got to connect. That's going to give us 12. Okay, right here we can't put in 2, but we obviously can't do 2 1s. Ooh. So this 3 is going to have to move up and then make that a 1. And now these 2, we obviously, again, can't do 2 1s, and we also can't do a 2. So these have to be the 11s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 down here. This 2 can't go up, but it could go to the left with a 1 in the corner. That would be okay. Now the 6 is pretty limited. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's got to take at least one of these 2. This 3 has a couple of options. If this 3 comes down here, it's going to block all this off, and I don't think there's enough room for this 3 and the 8 and the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There'd be 12 empty spaces. We need 6 for the 8s, 5 for the 6, and 2. Yeah, there wouldn't be enough. So that 3 is going to have to go that way, which pushes this 5 down. And now this 3 can't go up there. So there's a few different ways it could work here, with especially the 5 could come down or go over. But again, I think if this 3 goes up, you've got the same problem here with the 8s and the 6. So I think it's got to go that way. The 8s come up here. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. I did something wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the 3 can't go that way. Oh, the 3 can come over here. That's what the 3 can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because the 8s have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can only have one of these two. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 3 is gonna have to have this one. So now the 6 has to fill those. 3, 8. The 3 here has to avoid that 3, 5. This is a 1, and this is a 1. Uh-oh. Oh. 2? What did I do wrong? Oh, no. I broke it. You guys probably all see where I broke it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. I counted 8. Oh, I put a line there. I just drew an extra line in the 6th region. Okay. There we go. That was number 5. Now, number 6. It's going to be a bigger one. Let's see if I can do this one a little bit quicker, hopefully. Because I have to go take my son to swim practice pretty soon. So if this goes on too long, I'll have to pause. The 2 has to come out there. This 12 has to come out there. Now, again, I suspect we're going to have to connect some of these bigger numbers. This 11 looks like it's going to have to connect to this 11 just because if it comes down here at all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's going to have to connect to the 11 here somehow. Interestingly, our region up here that we had to make a 4, I don't know. We might still have to do that, but I don't know that we do because there's a lot more open space up here. And we have this 7 that could come down potentially. That's interesting. We've got the 1s. Does this 12 have to connect to that 12? I wonder. I suspect it does. I guess one thing we could do. So we added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, 22, and we added 40 cells by this outer layer. 40 cells. And we added 3, 12, 5, 12, 2, 6, 1, 2, 12, 2, 1, 11, 12. Yeah. So, the rest of the numbers filled in the previous puzzle. So these are the extra things. And they're going to have to connect. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 12s, which is already 48. Not including the 11 and the 7 and the 5 and all the other numbers. So those are going to have to connect to each other somehow. Because that's more than 40. So I think these 12s have to connect. Now, we have to avoid the 5s. So, I mean, the 5s don't necessarily do this, but theoretically, that's like the easiest, taking up the least amount of space if they went along the edge there. And then the 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I could still get there. Could it get there if it goes around the 3? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it can. It could go around the 3 and still get there. But this 12 is going to have to come out. It can't go. If it comes down here, it's going to, to connect, it's going to block the 5. So it could potentially come down a little bit. But to connect to the other 12, it's going to have to come out and around this way. Which gives us that 2, pushes the 3 down. Again, these have to be the same, part of the same region. So the 3 can't go over there. This 3 comes down. That blocks off this 3. This 12 has to keep coming, so the 5 is going to go this way. The 12 has to keep coming down here to connect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's only 10, so we can pick up 2 more somewhere. We don't know where yet. Oh, and this 3, we can't connect over there. Oh, so it does have to go like this. This 3 comes up. Now, this has to be a 1 and a 2, I think. Because we can't put a 3 in there, and we can't put 2 down here. So I think it has to go like that. That's interesting. And now the 12 has to pick up this one, now it could get either one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, there's 11 of them. So either one of these two. This could be a 1 potentially. We don't know that yet. Oh, and the 3 has to avoid touching that 3. So it goes there, pushes the 8 out. These 8s are going to connect. Now, what can go in here? We could put a 4 in here or a 5. Otherwise, it's going to be these 8s. I suspect it's going to be... I'm going to make a guess. That's not always a great plan, but I'm going to make a guess that the 8s fill there and the 3 goes across like that. I could be wrong. If I break the puzzle, that's where I'm coming back to. These 6s connect. That was just a little bit of an intuitive thing there. 2, 3, 4. It's got to pick up 2 more, but I don't know where. Now this 11 is going to have to connect. No. Ooh. Ah, that's interesting. This 11 we decided definitely connects to this 11. Because just filling in the space, it's just going to have to run into it. There's no way to avoid it. Now, knowing that, can it go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? It can't connect. So this one can't connect to that one now. Which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's got to be at least... No, but we've got the 2s here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's got a minimum of that. Oh, and the 2 here. Yeah, so then another one up. Just because of how much space it has available down here. Now this 2, if this 2 goes across here, it's going to block the 11. Oh, well, it has to go that way. Yeah, it has to go here because it can't go up or it'll connect to that 2. Duh. And now this 2 has to go up. So it does block. Oh, that's it. Oh, so now we've got... we can't put a 2 down here, and it can't be 3 1s, so it has to be a 3, and I drew an extra line on accident again. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, so the 6 could take 2 from either one of these. The 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at most, and it can't touch there, so 9. Pushes the 2 over there, forces the 3 there, so now the 6 has to take that one. I suspect it's going to get this one. The 11 is going to drop down, but I don't know that yet. 4, 5, 6. These 12s have to... Oh, they don't necessarily have to go up there, though. To connect. Now, do they have to connect to the 12s over here, I wonder? Can they connect? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They could, actually. I don't know if there's enough space to have 2 sets of 12s and these 2 11s separately. I don't think there's... I think they're going to have to connect. So they've got to come... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... So this will have to be a 12. 9, 10, 11. It's going to have to do the minute, but it could come down here or across or do a little jog. But I don't think we can use that cell. All right, and now if the 2 comes down, that's going to be empty, and I suspect we're going to need that not to be a 1. Because of the... So the 2 is going to have to go that way. I think we're going to have to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not necessarily. Okay. Because that could be a 1 if the 2 came down. But the 12... Okay, that pushes the 11 out this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It needs 2 more. So it's either got to go here and up or up and to the left because of the 12. So this has to be an 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If the 3 goes across there, what are we going to put in here? We can't do a 3, we can't do a 1 and a 2. So the 3 can't go to the right there. So it's got to go up here. Now the 7 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, if that 2 sticks down. But if that 2 sticks down, what goes in here? We can't do 2 1s and we can't do a 2. So that 2 actually can't come down. So, yeah, so if the 2 goes to the left, the 7 doesn't have enough room. So the 2 has to go to the right. Now the 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, So 1, 2. It's got to go 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's got to go at least down to there. Oh, this 2 now has to go over here, which puts the 12 there, the 3 up. 4, 5, 6, 7. This can't be a 1, so it's got to be a 7, which goes there. Now, I think this has to be a 1 because our 12 needed to be, I mean, we only had enough to get to the 12. We couldn't add an extra up there. And now we just have to finish kind of packing these in. The 12 goes there. One of these is a 12. That pushes that 2 over there. So the 11 sticks out more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 if it does that. We can't put a 1 right there. So this has to be a 3 or an 11. Can't put a 1 there. And it can't be a 12. Okay, so this has to be a 3 because the 12 can't go down there. It can't be a 1 because it's next to the 1. Now, this can't be a 1. We can't do a 2. These have to be 11s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 11s could come down over here. That could be a 1 or a 6. This could be a 1 or a 6 or an 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So either one of these is a 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If we do that, just wondering, there's got to be, do we have a single 1 somewhere? It seems like there's a few places the 1 could be. So did I count something wrong? Three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, well, if we do 6 and 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, the 12s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, the 2. The 2. Right here, this 2. Okay. So one of right. So if the 2 comes down, this cell is blocked. But okay, we just filled it all in and we had to add a 1, but we needed that 2. So this 2 has to go that way. That was the issue. I knew there had to be something to force all of this. 6. There we go. All right. Little stumble at the end there, but I got it all done. And my hunch down here with the 8 proved to be right. So sometimes you can take a chance like that. Especially since I was about, halfway through. I had a pretty good idea what was eventually going to happen with the 12s and the 11s up here. And so I felt like it was a good risk to just say it's probably going to have to do this. Now, one thing I could have done is I could have counted the empty cells and how many numbers I had and known that had to fill in there. Just like I could have counted to figure out these 12s had to connect. But I had a pretty good idea that was going to be the case. And if I broke it, then I would know where to go back and undo. So sometimes I'll do that. Not always. If I need to leave to go pick my son up and take him to swimming, then sometimes I do that. But anyways, there you go. That was the Matryoshka Fillomino by Eric Fox. Very cool puzzle. Neat idea. I thought that was really cool how it built on, and it was a completely different solution each time. Like we had those 4s over here for a couple of versions, and then on this one we didn't have the 4s, and initially we had to fill the 3s in different, and the 6s and the 8s. Yeah, it was just really cool. Neat idea. Thank you for that, Eric. Hope you guys enjoyed that puzzle. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you again soon with another puzzle, or maybe a multi-puzzle puzzle. Who knows? Thanks. Bye.